Mom, do you have a stag behind you?
Yes,
It might be
I
a
do.
moose, but it's close enough.
Yes.
Please
It's in the
don't kill
family.
it for power, Mom. We're not about
No,
that
we won't.
anyways.
Right, we don't want to kill
No.
I love my
any
animals.
beautiful thing.
No beautiful things, but to get rid of the folds, I don't know. That's a pretty terrible place to be. So if you have to sacrifice the stag, I hope not. I'm really hoping Alina can find a different way to go about that. But biggest thing is I'm hoping her and Mal can get to it before Kirigan can.
Oh, definitely.
With
yes.
his GPS Grisha.
That's right.
We were joking, we were still setting
That's
up, guys, and it was just like, that was a joke that Kim said. I'm like, that's actually quite funny. But I love the magic behind everything. I love just learning about this world. Kind of reminds me of Avatar: The Last Airbender with the elements, which was a fun surprise for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so loving the characters. Glad that Alina and Mel actually met up. and are
Oh,
with
I'm
each other
so
now.
happy.
That's good.
I'm so happy that happened. Yes.
Me too. And now with Kirigan, I mean, he is going to eventually meet up with them. I don't know what he's going to do. I think he's going to be okay with Alina and try to pull her in because he needs her.
He needs her.
That's
Yeah.
right.
to expand the
Yeah.
fold or something. That's not going to be good. But with Mal, I'm not sure. So
Yeah, I would
this
trust
episode,
him
and this episode's called The Unsea. The Unsea.
Okay,
Maybe that's like
so
a
maybe
double meaning.
everything,
now. Yeah, must be.
everything but the fold.
Yeah.
The Unsea.
Or the fold seems like it has the sea and part of, so many different things in it, but
Maybe it's
who knows?
another
We'll
name
see.
for the folds, or
maybe.
the unsea, meaning that part of the sea inside the fold is like
Yeah,
the
it
un
must be.
part. It's a
Something
negative
to
part
say.
or something
Mm.
separated. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh.
And I wonder if Nina is if she's going to connect with Kirigan in some negative way, because I think he was looking for her too, right? And he was,
At some point, earlier on, that he was
Yeah.
mad that she was
Yeah,
kidnapped.
so hopefully
Gosh,
she won't go through that. Yeah.
all these stories coming together, all these different groups coming together, and I do like Kaz and his group. I
Yes.
think them with Elena will be really good, especially with Inej, because she has so much faith, from her parents. I mean, that's the only hope that she has right now with the necklace, and they always believe in the Sun Summoner, and you can always see it in her face that she truly does believe that. At least her insight with that, her faith in that, even though Kaz is against it, I think that will help them kind of work together
I
better
agree.
down the road.
So,
So
yeah.
I'm hoping all these stories do help everyone
too.
in destroying the
Too.
fold.
Yeah.
So shall we get into this, ladies?
Yes.
Yes.
Unsea. 107.
Alexander,
Oh, this is way back when.
I could see another 100 years, maybe more.
Seems a long time to you, I'm sure.
Yeah, I better run a lot longer.
Darkling!
Darkling.
I know you're in there!
I'm gonna burn your house down. Ooh. Oh, she's a heart runner.
Please!
Ooh,
She's just gonna keep healing him.
they're gonna kill her. They're gonna realize.
There could be guys going around back into the house.
You want a promotion to lieutenant? Take us to the palace!
They're gonna kill her.
only need you.
No, I'm begging you, please! No!
Oh, look at we're switched ever like that.
Okay. Whoa.
Whoa! Beheaded
wait.
all of them.
Sweet.
Is there a healer here?
Needs a healer to help
We
her.
have the tailor. We were waiting on Luda.
Bide your time until there's a problem only Grisha can solve. Then the king must embrace us.
What about those in danger now? I could create, just like you did.
Then you will die. I forbid it. Now, do you hear me?
That's it.
Ooh, look at his neck.
King wants you in custody. We know you lost your healer.
Oh, then he turns them into those things, right?
Oh yes, these must be the monsters.
Whoa.
Just one person. And everyone in
Everyone
there.
in that line.
Yeah.
What did you do?
I made something.
I guess so.
I guess you did.
It's not healing on its own. I need to stitch it.
How long before?
They don't even help her.
Yeah, he's like uncomfortable with it and he's like blood. Can you guys like help me stitch this up, please?
That's right. No, do it yourself.
Do it yourself.
Ooh.
Ooh, she's tough,
I
but
guess
still.
Yeah, do it yourself.
I would just want to do it
Just for
myself,
definitely
too.
can't, but Cass.
Ooh.
Just
Ooh.
Good job.
She's doing a good job.
I can't go back.
Done it a few times.
I'd miss me too. I'm
Fantastic.
fantastic.
You're a terrible shot. They made you cartographer for a reason. I'll line it up for you. You take the shot.
GPS Grisha. Can he sense it? Or he hears something? Ooh, good.
Ooh, yes. Right
No, don't kill it. We're gonna be friends.
Oh, no.
Because he
won't
was
be
all about
able
saving
to.
bunnies and stuff, so I just feel like it goes against. It's gonna look at you. Don't kill it.
She's not going to be able to do it.
God, beautiful.
Yeah, don't
No,
kill it.
she's not going to do it.
But don't let it turn quick though. Ah, I've been
Whoa.
impaled in multiple
With that
locations.
rack. Ooh, gee.
Bob.
Look at that.
I hope Kirigan. No, see?
Oh, he shot it.
No.
Oh, right in his back.
No.
Oh, come on.
Healers.
That's-
No. No. I don't know if you should pull it out. I don't know. He's gonna bleed out there.
Yes, you
she
will
pulled
now.
the point out in the front.
I know, but you shouldn't pull the whole thing
Yeah.
out because then they'll bleed out. No.
Oh, she's still good. Hold on.
What about Mal though?
Oh,
Give me the stack,
Maybe the stack can help her heal.
and I'll have my healer safe.
oh,
Don't do it. Don't listen to that.
no.
He lied.
No, cut the head off.
Oh.
Heal him. He was only protecting Miss Starkov.
He's all about that.
So you are leaving?
There's nothing else you want to say to me.
Stay with me.
Don't go.
High five.
Yeah, right?
I played it over and over in my head. None of it's a trick. The light was hers. She's a girl with a gift, not some savior of law.
Don't.
Fine. As if not saints.
Crows don't just remember the faces of people who wronged them. They also remember those who are kind. No saint ever watched over me. Not like you have.
You're my saint. How's your wound, by the way?
What are you doing?
I don't want to see it though.
All black
Transfer
now.
your gift
Oh, jeez.
to someone who could use it.
I can use it now. You said you'd let him go.
I said I would heal him. What happens next is up to you.
Are we destroying the fold?
We can do anything.
Didn't answer my question. It looks so elegant and sharp.
What's happening?
Ew, put it inside her?
He was like
Ew.
confused.
Oh my god. Look at Whoa.
Ew.
Oh,
Oh, God.
that's weird.
Again?
Ew, that would freak the heck out of me.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, that was. Oh. Oh.
Well, that's grotesque.
Look at him how sick. Oh my god.
Ooh, can you mess with his? That is so gross.
Oh, isn't it?
It is so oh, look at him. Oh, guys.
Jess has a point.
Jess.
I was thinking the same thing.
No, it's not.
Trust me.
That is so gross. Her poor
Isn't
neck.
it?
Oh my
Ah.
god.
Forced against her will, like,
Oh.
ugh.
I wonder where it happened now.
At least he's walking.
At least he's alive.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
Watch out. Don't hurt it too hard.
I know. Ow, pokey.
Hey,
You said Kirigan gifted you to the Queen when you were 11. Does that mean my letters to Mal? You never sent them.
She was the one.
She did it.
I had no choice.
Except that you did. We are his pawns. Nothing more.
She'll think about that.
yeah.
Man.
Stand by right now.
Is that the same general who tried to, oh yeah, kill us all? That one.
He has the sun summoner.
Are we talking about boarding a skiff with people who will recognize us?
Jesper, how did you enjoy playing as Emily Guard?
Disguises.
I am a man of my word.
When does your word mean anything?
I hate that they're alone.
I'll hunt you down, and I'll claim the bounty the old king put on your head.
No, don't hurt him.
Oh, I hope not.
Oh, you have no chance. Shadow Man.
He's gonna make up some story like, I know how far we went.
You will grow old. Your hair will grey,
Because she doesn't age.
and she will remain ageless. Time will do it for me.
That's so bad. You're so
Mhm.
mean. Poison dart.
Oh, yes.
Good cane. Or that was his gun.
You look fine.
Oh, I look more than fine.
I mean, to make it
He's so confident, love it.
to get us from the checkpoint and onto the skiff.
Oh, it's a goat. Yeah, the goat. With a bullet.
Hey.
Oh, you smell.
Nice.
You've been lying to me since the day I met you.
Telling you half a story is not the same as lying.
You molded antlers into my collarbone.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Make me your villain.
Make me.
Here we are.
You did to me.
My advice.
I look amazing for my age.
Well, I thought you looked older.
Oh
No!
my god, right there.
I felt like they had to because I was like, this episode was good, but it was long. And I'm like, I feel like it's
Next.
ending. Next, you want to see what happens. So we got one more episode to finish off this season. Hopefully there'll be a second season. That would be great.
But Nat,
Man.
well, she despises him now.
Oh, she sure does.
I
I
mean-
think it's going to be longer than a year before she starts talking to him, at least.
Yeah, I mean, a lot happened in this episode, and I don't blame her for being that way. And, you know, for her talking back to Kirigan, telling him that, you know, look what you did. It's only if you get your way, that's all you care about. You don't care about other people. And he's so obsessed with this whole thing. So there was so much going on that were major, but we couldn't get over the antlers in her collarbone. I mean,
my
how
God.
grotesque was
Throughout
that?
the whole, yeah, all
Oh
the
my
conversations
God.
afterward.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, to kill something so big, that happened so quick.
yeah.
I know that was the point, to kill it to get its bone. And I guess antler, it's not really bone though, because antlers are more like nails, right? So the fact that she had to have the antlers like melded into her, and he had like, it looked like a piece of spine or something, like a vertebrae or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It did, and it
To
right
kill
into
this-
his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, to kill this majestic, huge beast for little parts. You know, it just
Oh
sucks.
my
Like, why couldn't you
gosh,
just
that's-
cut out the antler a little bit? Like, cut a couple branches off and use
Right,
that.
because antler,
yeah.
they come off
Yes,
every
I
year.
do.
Yeah, and she
Not
only
like
had the
horns.
antler part, and he
Yeah.
had a bone piece or something. But I was sad that the stag had to die. I was hoping,
that
because she
was
even
sad.
said maybe there's another way, and I was so
know,
excited to hear that. I thought she was
She
going to
had a
find
moment
that.
of a beautiful. It was just a
That's
beautiful
right.
moment with the stag,
Didn't last
and
Yeah.
then nope.
And it was almost like it was communicating with her all this time. She kept having visions of it. It kept approaching her in her dreams. And,
And
even
it came
then
right
it
up to her
approached
real
her.
place.
Yeah, and it was terrified. Like, nothing wants to die, but it kept looking at her like it was like, save me. And I was like, but for it to be beheaded so quickly, it was just a shame. I was very sad to see that happen.
And he just says whatever he needs to at the moment to, you know, have her do what he says. And she fell for it again, you know. And
She goes, yeah.
and he even lied going into the ship. And, you know, oh, I'm going to let Mal go, you know, once this is all. He doesn't even have him. He took off.
That's
He's in
right,
the
yeah.
ship with you right now.
Yeah.
You know, he's
I
such a
know,
liar.
he just
Lies.
pushes to get what he wants. And
Yeah.
to see his past, too, that he was in love, he's immortal. He found a way, I guess, the way they were talking, that maybe she could be immortal, too, if she did the proper training or something. So I guess it has been done before. With his dark gift, did that immediately just make him immortal? His mom seems like that, too, because she's been around since, of course, because she's the one who gave birth to him, and she's
they're
still
very
alive now.
powerful, yes.
Or like just Alina being the sun summoner, and now she's immortal as well. So they're the only. I'm not the only two, because you have his mom as well,
Yes, yes.
Bagra. So I'm like, okay, well maybe there are more people, and the fact that he has to talk to Mal like that. I don't have to kill you, which I'm happy he doesn't feel like he has to kill him right now. I mean, now he escaped and all that, but to throw that in his face, like, we're superior, we're going to live a lot longer.
Yes, and it's
right.
almost like a
no-
long death for Mal, because he loves her so
So
you know,
much, and he knows
yes,
she's
and
very
now
old.
he is going to die an old man without her. So
And-
it's a long
That's
sentence.
sad.
And it shows how much Kirigan just wants control, because I'm like, well, time really doesn't mean much to you. Not that I want him to get his way now with expanding the fold. It seems like that's his mission, right? But say like all this takes place in his head or whatever, he's already planning it. Why not just be nice and be like, okay, well, once I'm done with her, you can have her for 50 years, and then I don't mind waiting, instead of being like, I'm going to be in full control and have her right when I want to have her, and no one else can ever have her because we're supreme and better than you. And, you know, but he's not that kind of person. He's selfish, and he did love at one point, and he didn't murder all those people until one guy killed his girlfriend, I think.
That's right.
He was in love with her.
Yeah.
Right, and he didn't become really dark until he was very hurt and very angry.
Yeah. So that probably happened to him a few times too, to see the Grisha actually struggling. We heard that before, and I'm trying to be open-minded where, you know, he did try to save them to a certain extent. Like, he didn't do the right things. I mean, even making the fold, he created something, but how many lives did he destroy? Because all those
Sure,
people
yeah.
turn into Volcra, or there's, you know, dragon gargoyle things. And it stretches for many miles throughout the whole continent, right? Like a whole big section of it. So many children and parents, you know, sisters, brothers,
Everything
so
right
many
in his
people
path.
All gone.
died, you know?
Just to save the Grisha, he's saying.
Yeah. And even then, like, he was trying to study that magic, but I don't know, he realized, even he said, like, to what extent, you know, his powers could go and what he was creating exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And even right to the moment where he was creating the fold, they said, if you move your arms at all, we're going to shoot you. But he actually did. I mean, he actually did move his arms, and he still was able to create the fold.
Yeah, because he had to
and kill
connect
them
his
all.
arms or something, his hands first or something to make it work. And he didn't have to do that,
Yeah.
Okay.
you know? But
Yeah.
still, they didn't shoot him right away, because the guy did say if he does move his arms or something, then shoot him. And he starts chanting, and I'd be scared of that.
Right. It was
right,
almost
right,
like he
yeah.
said the first part of the spell in that room, and the
You could see all
veins
that,
turned
yes,
black,
yeah.
and it
Yes,
stopped. And then when he went out, he finished it,
Yeah.
and then that's when everything changed.
Yeah.
So,
So-
he knew what to do.
So all of this because of him. So right out in front of us, predictable, not like that, but you have good and darkness. You have like light and darkness going against each other.
Yeah.
It would be great if they could work together, but that's almost like a balance thing where they just have different views on what should be done to make peace, and he wants to protect Grisha. But look at what happened even with Genya. Like, look at her and her story where she was taken advantage of. Like, was she taken advantage of, like, by the king, right? Like, she was kind of saying, it sounded like she was raped.
Yes.
Bluntly,
Yeah.
you know?
Right.
That she had no control. She tried to push him off or something. And
At 11.
yeah, she was brought in at 11, so I don't know if it was, but I'm guessing that young. Maybe when she was a little older, but either way, like, against her will. It's just awful, you know, and here she is loyal to Kirigan. So I feel like she's going to turn around and really understand what Alina's saying and side with her, because they were friends.
I actually thought it was going to happen now. I thought she was actually going to, in the tent, say, okay, now I have him. I'm going to, you know, we can, between you and I, we can turn things around. I thought she was going to do it in this episode, but hopefully next episode.
Hopefully next.
But this is the first time that we're actually surprised that she was with Kirigan. So we have to go through the motions of she can't be that loyal and then be like, okay, yeah, no, I'm with you only. But I think like she has to go through that, you know, suffering or turmoil to understand like what's the right thing to do. And I'm hoping, because you only have one more episode to finish this off, that she will help out in that way. Was she on the ship? I don't recall seeing her.
I didn't see her on the ship.
She wasn't there.
After
There's
she
a
left
lot
the
of
tent, I
main
didn't
characters
see
on
her.
that ship, though.
Yes.
What's going to happen? I'm glad Kaz and Nej and Jesper are there. Hopefully they'll be okay as well. And Mal. I'm nervous that he's there because he is such a strong soldier too. But I fear for him because like you have Kirigan there who's full of hate. His emotions might get the best of him. Yeah, because if he sees Alina and Kirigan all over her, you know, he might get triggered there. But I don't think so. I think he will be focused on trying to save her.
I think so too, and I think she's going to see Mal, and she's going to do something. She's going to retract and not help Kirigan.
And it seems like Kirigan has more power with the light now that they have those things infused. And the other
it seems
Grisha
like he's
had
more
to
powerful than
mold
her.
it in them. Yeah. So that's not good. So hopefully, I mean, she's still so new to her powers, and he's been around forever.
That's the whole thing. So he has the upper hand with her, so he knows what's going to happen, and he, you know, he tried to mold her into what he wanted, but he knows so much over her, so he's going to conquer, I think. But who knows?
You never know. She
I
might
feel
conquer him. Who
with
knows?
Mal being there and Nej, like all them too, but I think with Mal being there that she's gonna all of a sudden like her pure emotion's gonna come out to protect, and she's gonna outdo him. She's gonna overpower him in some way, especially with that amplifier. And I really hope she can get rid of those freaking antlers after that, because I mean, people have deformities and stuff, but that was against her choice. Like that was not her will at all, and they're sticking out like infection. I know we're probably not supposed to think that way, but we're supposed to think maybe you have this great power, but it doesn't mean it's going to be beautiful. Like you killed something so majestic, so beautiful, and you have this grotesque deformity now. Like,
and that's the whole thing. It's half truths. He doesn't tell her the whole story.
He didn't lie. He didn't tell her
awful. So I can't wait for next episode. I really want to see how this is going to go down. Do you think she can destroy the fold next episode, or
I hope so.
Next season?
I hope so.
I really don't know. It looks like it's pretty bleak right now, but the whole gang's there. Everyone's there. They've got to separate and somehow defeat him.
Definitely.
If she does take down the fold, I wonder if those monsters will turn back to people. Or if they just die. Yeah, they might just die because transforming into that and going back, I don't know. But biggest thing is, I think the fold will go down next episode. But then, I mean, there's a lot of good story here, so I'm sure they can continue on in some way. I mean, just the wars alone that are going to happen, because you've had pretty much countries divided, even though it's Ravka.
Like, division.
It's a huge continent, and a huge portion's divided, and they don't want to be part of the main kingdom, so I'm sure there's going to be a lot of problems there too.
And we didn't even see Nina.
No, she'll be at the last second. I'm here, or they're just going to be vacationing, and you won't see them until season 2 or something. Yeah, I feel like so much is going to happen. I mean, even in this episode, we had the flashback of Kirigan. I thought that was going to be like the biggest focus, and then we wouldn't really be back in the present until the next episode. But Unsea, that makes sense now. The Unsea is the fold.
That's
right.
what it is.
Yep, so not good at all, guys.
Sure
So
is.
what do you guys think of Kaz and Inej?
I don't know. It might become a couple. Who knows?
I mean, there's a lot of romance in this. I am happy that they didn't hook up in this. I mean, their relationship is so strong that I want them to get together at some point because I'm just like that. But I hope it's kind of pushed out because I like them how they are right now, and I think they're very fun that way.
I think they
That's-
have a good friendship. I think
Very
she's
strong bond.
hilarious
Yeah.
between, you know, the two guys, even Jesper, how she's like, oh, Jess.
Jess. I love that because it's like in my mind too because I'm like, I don't remember calling him Jess before. Oh, now they're
But they're
good
getting
friends.
more friendly. They're getting
Yeah, so he
more
caught that
of a
too, and he's like,
friendship.
"Oh, Jess," like that's what he meant. So I love the humor in this too, because you have these serious things going down, and then you just have that humor that just pauses, and it's just great. It's wonderfully done, and yeah, so I like them. I think the three of them together are just amazing. I think they're
Aren't
a
they?
family unit,
Yes.
really.
They are.
I hope they
like
always
them.
stay together
Like them,
after
yes.
all of this. I think they might. I'll be
hope
sad
so.
if
Yeah,
they don't.
and I want to see how old the documentation said that Jesper was.
Oh, I know.
Like, I don't think I look
He's
that
so
old.
confident. I know.
He is, sure is.
He's so confident. You
She
actually
wants an
look
open
my
casket
God.
if he dies.
50. Like, what? That's not right. Although we have Grisha that can live a very long time, so who knows? He can always
Who
look
knows?
good, you
Yeah.
know, when you're super
That's
old.
right.
I want what she's having or he's having.
I just hope the ship doesn't become, you know, completely in wreckage, and when something happens, I mean, there's going to be a conflict of some sort, some
Definitely.
craziness,
Mhm.
and I just hope the mortals survive as well.
That's right.
I hope most of the people on the ship survive because watch
Me
like
too.
so
My
much
gosh.
like blood carnage, like all this mayhem just take over.
Definitely.
But yeah, I think next episode's going to be quite exciting. So
I think
thank you
so.
guys so
I'm
much
proud
for
of it.
watching. Please subscribe, and we'll see you very soon as always. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.